guys, it's Margaret from Let's Learn to Sew, and in today's video we're going to pick up with our skirt sloper where we left off, and that's going to be adding in a little bit of ease and our seam allowance. What you're going to need are your two pieces of your skirt sloper, the front and back, your drafting rulers, your pattern paper or some tracing paper, something that you can see through, and your pencil and eraser, and a couple of pieces of tape. What I like to do is to go ahead and tape my skirt sloper down in just a couple of spots. That way I don't have to worry about it rolling on me. Okay, now we can roll our pattern paper out. Mine's fairly wide, so I'm going to scoot it over like so, because then I can get my back piece out on that one. And you should be working in pencil, have your eraser handy. I'm going to go ahead and use a pen so that I know you guys can see everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do is trace around the entire edge and make sure we trace those darts also. I want to make a little bit of a mark in where that hip line was. Okay, come up just a little bit more. Then what I want to do is grab my hip curve to do the next part. So we want to make sure we don't lose any of those curves that we put in. Our darts, and you don't have to do the center line. What you want are those peaks and the two dart legs, because those are what we're going to use when we mark it on our fabric. Okay. And then this is our center fold. We want to make sure that we mark that. You can put your little marks there, because this is going to be our actual pattern piece when we're done. And one more line there to get. At this point we can go ahead and take our sloper pattern out from underneath. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and trace around this really quick with a darker color so that you guys can see it. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that a little better than you could the blue. I'm going to go ahead and make that mark a little bit darker here. What we're going to do is begin by adding in our ease. We don't need a lot of ease, but that's going to allow us to try the skirt on, move a little bit. This first skirt that we're going to do is going to be a pencil skirt, so we want it to be a little snugger. What we're going to do is add 1.5 inches of ease. That ease is what's going to allow you to bend over, sit down without popping your seams. Pretty important. So for that 1.5 inches of ease, we want to divide that by 4, which is going to give us 3/8. The reason we marked our hip measurement is we want the 3/8 to be gradual from here to the waist. So we're going to start and get the 3/8 done. Okay, and I want to go ahead and show you guys really quick, depending on the ruler you're using, each of these little squares is 1/8, and you're just going to line it up on your line here. So I'm doing 3/8, so that would be 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 blocks above my line. Make a little dash. I'm going to scoot down, line it up again, and do another one. Come a little bit further down. And we're only going to add ease to the side. And we can line those up. So now for the waist area, we don't want it to fall down, so we're just going to do about 1/8. So that's almost nothing. Put it right there. Then what we want to do is we want to, again, create a gradual curve so that we're going from our 1/8 down to the 3/8. There we go. And that's our new line. So at this point, we have our ease added in. We don't have to add ease in this upward area. We're ready to go ahead and add our seam allowance. We're going to use a 5/8 seam allowance. And one of the easiest ways, I think, to add your seam allowance is this Luna Graphics ruler, because it is exactly 5/8. So you can come up here on, say, your curve, get it lined up, and you're going to have exactly 5/8. Then you can come down to the straighter areas and do the same thing. We're going to come up, and any place we sew, we have to add a seam allowance. Now, you'll notice I'm not adding a seam allowance over here, and that's because this is our fold. We don't add a seam allowance to anything that is cut on the fold. Now we can go back in and close those off. There we go. For the hem, we're going to add a 2-inch hem. And that's pretty standard for a skirt because you want to be able to fold it under enough that it has that weight to where your skirt is going to hang nicely on the body. Now we want to go ahead and continue our dart legs on up. So we'll put those on up into our seam allowance. Now, if you're working in pencil, you would go through and you would erase these lines. And then you would just have your outline that would include your seam allowance and your ease. And then this is the skirt front. And we cut one on the fold. Now we're ready to cut our pattern out. Make sure you've got everything marked and erase the extra lines. We want to cut on that outer line. And you're just going to cut all the way around. Once you get it completely cut out, then we're going to do the same process on the back section. Okay, so now we're ready to move on to the back section. The back section is going to be just like the front, except remember when we added in the ease, it was just on the one section, and the same with the seam allowance. We didn't add it into that fold. This time we're going to add the seam allowance to both of those outer sections because remember, it's not cut on the fold. So first thing we're going to do is just trace around it just like we did for the skirt front. Again, make sure that you're working in pencil so that you can erase those lines when you're done. Mark that center, mark your waist to hip area. You want to make sure that you transfer your darts. And make sure you go ahead and transfer those peaks also. Now we're ready to go ahead and add in our ease. Again, that's going to be the 3/8. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the seam gauge. If this is all you have, you're going to be able to still get this done. Each of these little tiny marks is an 1/8. So there's a slider here. If we wanted to add in our 3/8 of a ease, we would come down 1, 2, 3. We'd slide it right up to there, and there's our 3/8 marking. Line this up with the edge of that paper and then make our mark. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. So let's look at using our seam gauge to make our markings for our ease. We've got it here on the 3/8. I'm going to line up those blue lines right on the marking. And then I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to slide down and make a line. And I'm going to do this all the way down the entire side on both sides, and then join the lines. That's all there is to it. If I'm using this one, I'm going to let 3 squares come up off the edge and make my line. You're going to go back once you get everything done, all the way down, and just join your line. And there you've got the markings for your ease. Go ahead and close this one off. Get the other side done. Okay, so that was the biggest difference. We added the ease on both sides. Now what you want to do is go ahead and add in your seam allowance. Add in that 2 inches down here at the bottom for your hem. Okay, now we're ready to add in our 5/8 seam allowance. You can use any of the methods that I've showed you for making a measurement. Unlike the ease, we are going to add in our seam allowance up at the top. Once you get your ease and your seam allowance added all the way around and your pattern's marked, go ahead and cut it out. Remember, we're cutting out on that outside line that we've drawn because it includes our ease and our seam allowance. And if you want yours to look cleaner, then definitely go ahead and erase the extra pencil lines. As I've said before, I only used marker to make sure it showed up in the video for you guys. Alright guys, so that's all there is to adding in ease and seam allowance. I hope I made it easy to understand, but if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments section. In the description, you'll find a link to a couple of blog articles and to the tools that I used in the video. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button. And as always, visit letslearntosew.com for all of your pattern making and sewing needs.